Well, welcome to the United Matters channel. Big game is really happening in the Estadio do Dragão. Manchester United is obviously being hosted by a side called FC Porto, and Erik ten Hag looks like he has gone ahead to go stubborn as usual and is like, I'm gonna die with the truth. I'm gonna die with Rashford and Bruno Fernandes. And if a manager decides to go that way and he doesn't really win, then he's the one to blame. And if the team goes ahead to line up like this and they collect a very huge win, then we will be here to say Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to obviously prove us wrong. That is it. Not so. So smash like button, comment and share if at all you're watching us for the very first time. Endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And Rokan David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. And Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to name the following starting 11, and it's Onana in goal, and we know that it was going to be Onana in goal. Mazorui played as the right back, then Dallo left back, Lisandro Martinez and Matthias De Ligt. And remember yesterday but one, when I was doing my match preview, I told you that I don't see Erik ten Hag really change that back five, because that is his ideal number five, top five. That is his ideal, that is his ideal back five. And I was like, he can't change anything in that game. Eriksen, Casemiro playing the double pivot. I expected Manuel Ugarte to obviously get something good today, but he hasn't gone ahead obviously be given a very huge goal into that beautiful game of football. Then Bruno Fernandes is being played as a central attacking midfielder. Amadi Diallo, right attacking midfielder. Rashford, central attacking midfielder. And Rasmus Hojlund is leading the line for the club of Manchester United. And that is the starting 11 for the club of Manchester United. And I see Omorodion in here for you. And Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to go stubborn and is like, I'm not changing my winning team. And we're here to obviously witness the bounce back of these players, and these two games are really going to show us whether these players really are backing the manager or they don't want him to be here. These two games are the only ones that are going to show us exactly that the manager Erik ten Hag is really looking, all these players are here to play for the manager and save the job. If at all they win both of these games, I'll tell you they would have gone ahead obviously show to it that they want to still work with the manager, and they want to obviously continue working with the manager. And by the way, if they win these two games, I think every pundit who would have gone ahead to put out a story that these players are not really, that there are some players who don't really like the manager, they would have gone ahead to prove them wrong. And we last played here in the season of 2008, 2007, 2008, and Ronaldo went ahead to score a very beautiful goal that saw United go through. We won here by 1-0. That was the last time we really played here. But I tell you what, from the last time we played here, you get, Manchester United was a totally different team altogether. I tell you, it was a totally different team altogether. You had Van der Sar in goal, you understand? Van der Sar in goal, Rafael da Silva as a right back, Patrice Evra left back, Ferdinand and Nemanja Vidic in the central defense. Then we had Michael Carrick, I think it was Michael Carrick, Owen Hargreaves and Paul Scholes in that midfield. Then we had Ronaldo, Rooney, and I think Carlos Tevez. You get? But the bench was that rich with the likes of Ryan Giggs. We had the likes of play off the bench. Which other players we had? We had some quality players that played off the bench, and I was like, oh my God, Babatovs of this world, the Dimitars of Babatovs of this world, we are really doing the needful. But the game of football is going to start. It's 1 minute played in, and FC Porto are really trying to threaten Manchester United in the opening minutes of the game. And it's like a shot, and it's a corner. First corner of the game has gone ahead obviously be given out by Onana with that punch over the bar. Then, when you look at the side of FC Porto, they are having Diego Costa in goal, JM as a right back, Moura left back, Pedro and Perez in the central defense, Estaquio, Valera and Gonzalez. That is the midfield three. Then Pepe, Omorodion and Galeno are leading the line. It's a corner kick for the side of FC Porto, brought in, headed out by Bruno Fernandes, the captain of Manchester United. That's what he has gonna hate to do, and he's really trying to show to it that he's the main man as to why Manchester United, he's the main man as to why a guy known as Erik ten Hag shouldn't be sacked. And we know to it that us losing these 2 games is really gonna be a sackable offense for Erik ten Hag. And for Erik ten Hag, he would love to obviously make a very huge turnaround. And Fabrizio Romano told us that the board of Manchester United is only waiting to see whether the players can really put what we call a comeback that is really very convincing in here for you. But Porto is really attacking Manchester United right now. Obviously, a player has been brought down, and that is a foul coming in through from Bruno Fernandes, who was red carded over the weekend. The red card was scrapped off and is really doing the needful. Pepe is really one of those players that is really causing problems onto the left side, and they haven't gonna hit obviously go to the side of Galeno, but I tell you, it's an elite team. And I believe that coming in through without Manuel Ugarte in a game like this, I find it not okay. You get? I don't know why the manager is going to rest him, but he needs all the minutes obviously fit into that team. And Erik ten Hag is really holding a paper, and he's already taking notes in here for you. 3 minutes played, United 0, FC Porto 0, and obviously Casemiro switching play to obviously find Mazurui. United trying to break through Mazurui into the right half space, obviously finding Amad Diallo onto the out wide right. Amad finds Bruno Fernandes. Bruno, blind pass. Now that's one of those, and I tell you, this has been the order of the day for Bruno Fernandes. Him and blind passes have been really feeding or breathing on the same air, and that is oxygen. And this is Rasmus Hojlund. He finds Marcus Rashford in the dirty air, in the area, in the mixer. Rashford, I think he has really gonna hate to do a lot, but he really retains the ball very well. Eriksson puts in a cross, and it has been really cleared very well. United look like they're also trying to obviously go ahead and obviously launch an attack to the side of FC Porto, and we're enjoying the game. Lisandro Martinez in the left-sided centre-back. He finds Matthias de Ligt. Paul Scholes went ahead to make something that I never really thought he could make. That Matthias de Ligt and Harry Maguire are the same. I'm like, go ahead and really do the stats, and even the eye test shows you that Matthias de Ligt is a better player than Harry Maguire. That is it. United is trying to obviously knock that ball around, and I pity everyone who says that United doesn't have a style of play. Now, what is that they're playing? I think for the previous games, they've been building well from the back. But as I told you that, there are 2 players who are a problem of the system that Erik ten Hag is trying to build. And those players are Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford. They really don't help us a lot. You get? They really don't help us a lot. Good recovery by Dallo to Onana. 6 minutes played so far. We are waiting to see how things are really going to pan out. United. Now, for everyone who questions the style of play, look at how United plays when they're really moving from the back. Then you'll tell me whether United doesn't have a style of play. I'm having Ochan says, I believe we shall win. All right. Mazurui. Obviously, finding Casemiro in the middle of the park. And Erik ten Hag has gone for experience in the middle of the park. He has Eriksson and Casemiro. What a pass by Casemiro. Nice pass. He finds Amad Diallo. As it said, class is permanent, and Casemiro is really showing that his class is really permanent. Switch of play to find Eriksson. Eriksson plays in, find Marcus Rashford. Is he gonna run over them? He really launches. A pass. Oh, very nice pass by, oh my God, Marcus Rashford. He's like telling me, Rokani, I'm gonna silence you. I'm gonna silence you this time round. He has run past 2 players and obviously put in a very beautiful shift. Marcus Rashford And this is what, I've already told you that, when he does that, I'll come here and obviously don't blame him. And every player is as good as his last 90 minutes. Ericsson with the assist, Rashford running all over them, and he has gone ahead to score a very beautiful goal. Marcus Rashford, obviously, recording his 4th goal of the season, and he has gone ahead to obviously do a very good run off. Look at how he skips past 2 players, quick feet, and he's like, Rokani, you've always gone ahead to say, I'm not really making things happen, but today, this is what I am, and this is what I've gone ahead to come up for. Marcus Rashford beating Diego Costa by the near post. And obviously, he's all smiles. I told you, these players should come up and obviously show that they are really good to go and they are really good in to fight for the manager. And Marcus Rashford has really shown us that I'm really going to fight for Erik ten Hag to stay. Now, where does this leave people who are like the players and not really behind the manager? That is the huge question. So, United 1, FC Porto 0. 7th minute, that's when the goal went ahead, obviously crossed the line, and it's Marcus Rashford on target. Obviously, this is the mode in which we would love to see Marcus Rashford in. Pepe is down, and the referee has said, play on. And United is like, for us, we are launching the attack. We are launching the attack. Onana. He finds Delo, Lisandro Martinez, Casemiro, playing well in the midfield. Bruno, switch of play. It finds Amad Diallo. Obviously, they've gone ahead to click down very well. And Bruno is trying to play a little bit deeper into this beautiful game of football for the club of Manchester United. But all in all, we've gone ahead to obviously take a lead. And it's United 1. Marcus Rashford is really in the mood. And looks like today he wants to obviously silence all of us. But for me, it's not silence. I'm doing my job. I always call a spade. Not a big spoon. And when he performs well, I say he's going to hit perform very well. And it's a line-breaking pass to find Marcus Rashford from Casemiro, and Diego Costa has come to their rescue. Good start, by the way. What a very huge beginning for the club of Manchester United. It's big, I tell you. It's big. They have to do a lot, and United is really launching what we call the high press. The high press has been launched, and Marcus Rashford is really running back to obviously close down and really help Marcus Rashford a little bit. Lisandro Martinez into the mix, and Martinez has gone ahead, obviously, slide tackle, and this is throw in for the side of FC Porto onto the outright right touchline of the box, of the pitch. Lisandro Martinez. And by the way, there is one of the things I'm really going to come up and obviously have a chat about with people in here. Some people have told me that a Chelsea fan has told me that Lisandro Martinez doesn't start in a Chelsea team. I was like, oh my God. I don't think that there is a Premier League team where Lisandro Martinez doesn't start as a left-sided centre-back. That is it. He's technically gifted, and him being technically gifted, he's an aggressive player. United are really running, and they're really pressing high, and this is the spirit that you'd love to see your players really launch. And I think they've launched it the best way. It's a shot at goal, headed over by Matthias de Ligt. He saves the situation, and FC Porto have gone ahead to get the second corner of the game. Matthias de Ligt defending very well. And I know by the end of this season, someone will have already gone ahead to eat his words, and I think he's really going to be Paul Scholes. You know, how can you say that Matthias de Ligt is like Harry Maguire, that there is no upgrade? You get? How can you say that? I know they are pundits and they have their own way of seeing things, but if it was an English defender, they would have gone ahead to say, all right, Braithwaite is an upgrade from Harry Maguire. You get? Yet I believe Matthias de Ligt is a very, 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 very good defender, if I might say. It's just getting the required number of games, and I think the rest will be history. And United have gone ahead to defend that corner very, very, very well. They've defended it very, very well. And the ball is into the half of FC Porto. FC Porto is like, let's try to see how things are really going to pan out in here for you. United. Good lead for the club.